Yo, what's up, homies? Welcome back to another banger. Today, I just want to talk to you guys. But, before this video starts, this is like my opinion, this is how I am. And as you all know, your boy has the brain damage. I'm built way different than everyone else. So this is like my opinion. This is like, so this won't apply to everyone. And they're obviously, you'll disagree with probably a lot of the things I say in here. But I just want to talk about video games as a whole. I'm not a gamer. Like, I feel like kind of what classifies as the gamer is like being able to play the game for hours and like loving it and like, like a quick example I could think of is like farming stuff like Borderlands 2, farming for the sham. I could never do that. I can't stand putting hours into a game. It makes me feel horrible, disgusting, unhealthy. Like if I play a video game more than like 2 or 3 hours, or maybe 4 at most, then like the horrible feeling starts to set in. I beat Devil May Cry 5 in one play session because I don't like long games. I don't. I loved Sonic Forces. It was an amazing game for me. I loved the short play time. I had beat it over multiple days because it was like at my father's, and then there was like other responsibilities I had there. It wasn't in the summer, so it wasn't like I just had all the free time I wanted. Sorry if there's a weird clicking, I'm tapping my finger. It was great. I loved that. I don't like playing a game for a long time. It's not like I need to beat this now. Well, yeah, it is. There's this feeling. It might be because of ADHD, but when I play a game, I want to beat it that same day or play session at least. Now, lately, there have been some games, maybe like, Destiny or Dragon Ball games. I don't feel like that, but Sonic games or like Devil May Cry, stuff like that. I feel like I need to beat it in one day. And after, like, I was playing the game the whole day. I think I remember, because I'm on Xbox One that has a little notification thing set up, where every hour and 30 minutes will tell me. I think I was on for 13 to 16 hours. I felt horrible. I don't like long games because I get bored. And I don't like a lot of fighting, which is a problem that I have with like endgame Z Kakarot, because then the levels scale up to your level so you can't instant finish them, and I don't like fighting. Kinda Destiny and like open world games like this, because obviously with Xenoverse, you go into the levels or whatever, and you choose when you fight. It'll never drop on you unexpectedly. Like if you're just sitting there, like, cause sometimes wandering around like Xenoverse 2, Conton City, sometimes like there was one instance where Broly flew up to me, and like stuff like that, you can still like if you notice them coming, you can fly away or something, and like once you're at a certain distance, then they'll stop chasing you. But usually, it happens too fast for you to do that. You're just like, whoa, the heck, who's that? Then it happens. But sometimes I do like playing the little video game with the fighting, but usually I don't. I don't like fighting at all. Now, another thing is that video game, like, this is something that not just like this video game developers thing. I feel like there are some games where they try to be too many different things to appeal to everyone. Don't do that. I hate that because, like, some quick examples of not doing that like Minecraft, Astroneer, whatever, Astroneer, uh, Black Ops. Those games are kind of like one specific thing, like Minecraft, like an open world, um, builder, survival game. Astroneer is like the same thing, but it's not really enemies. There is like dangerous plant life, but it's more so just like a cool, relaxing, kind of chill game. But then there are games that try to get action, fighting, puzzles, uh, building, survivalistic, monsters, daytime, nighttime kind of stuff, sleeping, like all this and that, sword play, gun play, platforming, hand-to-hand combat, and I hate that because it's like a quantity over quality, and that's big with a video game. And it's like, oh, to make the most sales, do this, but that sucks because yeah, you'll make more sales and more money, maybe, but then it's like you could probably make more if maybe you had maybe different teams working on the different types of games. Like, say you had some kind of team that did first-person shooter games. Like, say you really liked to do platformers and FPSs. So you could have a team that like does the shooters, and then like another team that kind of works on platformers. So you can make them good and focus on that genre, or playstyle, whatever. So it can be so much better than just, oh, here's some platforming that's trash, but it's there. So if you like platforming, get this game. Just focus on one thing. And also another thing is challenge. I always play on easy mode in games. Sometimes if there's like a reward I'll get for playing on higher difficulty, I'll work my way to do that. But I always play on easy mode. Like, I could be a pro at the game, like with DMC Devil May Cry, or the fifth one, whatever. I am amazing at that game. I beat Son of Sparta, Heaven and Heck. I think Heck and Heck, or Dante Must Die. I think I beat. Yeah, I had Super Dante. But I'll always play on the easy mode because that's more enjoyable and it's more fun that way. My brother, not always, but like there was one instance where he was telling me like, oh, why was playing easy mode? It's like, oh, the higher challenge is more fun. And it reminded me. There was one time I was talking to my father about how I wasn't doing so, because this is back when I wasn't good at that pop-in child at math. It was boring because it was hard. And he thought, oh, so just make it hard? I was like, what? No, it's boring. It's hard. And it confused me, you know. But then back to, my brother telling me that, and I was like, what? Because I hate challenge. When there's a hard challenge and, like, I'm on a fight for a long time, I hate long fights. Like in Dragon Ball Xenoverse, when there's a fight that goes on for a long time, I get bored and I hate it. It sucks big booty cheeks, and I'm super bored. And it's like, oh my god, I want this to be over already. I want to do something else. I don't want to fight you. I don't like longer fights, which is something about this this one mod for Xenoverse 2. Like, it was weird. Like on YouTube is like some players or some videos of it will be like, oh my god, Xenoverse 3 and Xenoverse 2. It's like that mod, And uh and they had like big health bars, and I hated that. I don't like long fights. I want it short and fast. I don't like long or hard challenges. I like a nice, easy, quick experience. Which then in turn, which is why I feel like games should be like in sections. Or maybe kind of, like I'm not talking like mission sections, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Because I feel like maybe that's how, the Borderlands keeps my attention. Because, like, in these missions, and you're rewarded for completing it. So you feel like you're making some real kind of personal progress, I guess. Because with, not really Sonic, like, those games are nice, quick. But the replayability of the Sonic games, is so much more. Is like, because you might think, oh, if it's a quick game, small and like, yeah, but then it'll be a lower price anyway. But then also that means it could be like even better, and then it could be more. But also, I do understand that thing. Like, oh, it was like too small, bro. It's like I beat it in like 2 seconds. Whatever. Shut mouth. I don't mean that. Because I do hate like super short games, like some Flash games or whatever. It's like, oh, that's it. I mean, like, 3 hours. Less. A game that's less than 6 hours. Very nice. And then there can be some extra DLC or added expansion pack, like extra missions, levels, whatever, that can be added to the game that you can do. That's nice. So if I like the game, then I can buy the DLC because I want to play it more and I want some new content. But that, obviously it might be like, oh, you're a noob at games. Like, no, there are games that I'm really good at, but I just don't like the challenge. It's boring to me. Because, like, Devil May Cry DMC could be a good example for that. Because your strength will never increase in that game. You'll never get, like, any stronger. But with something like Borderlands or, not really Destiny, because there's no, like, well, you can pick the difficulty, actually, but I have never been able to do that until today, where I saw I did have access to one of the difficulty changes. So I don't know if I get better loot out of it, but with Borderlands, when you're in those higher difficulty levels, you get like better loot. You get stronger. But in games like Devil May Cry, you don't get any stronger. You have this limit that's stopped long before your enemies stop. Enemies keep going and going and going. And just like a normal basic enemy takes like a minute to beat. I mean, that's just an exaggeration to like tell you to really like put the imagery into your mind. But that's essentially what it feels like. But this is really just me. Obviously, there are people that are gonna feel the exact opposite way of what I'm saying in this video. They're gonna be like, bruh, I love challenge. I love long as frick games. I love the long fights. I love that. I love that big challenge. It makes me feel like I'm epic. Makes me feel like when I'm able to clown on the challenge, it makes me feel epic and like I'm better. And that's the problem with video games. Is that there are developers and things that design their game to those pro players. And it's something that's interesting and cool, so it's like, oh, I want to play that. That looks awesome. But I can't because it's so hard for those like pro for the pro players, so then they can make videos and then everyone, like all the normal people, are like, oh my god, you're so good. And also a problem with some video games, I don't like online games like Destiny. Most of the missions in Destiny, you need friends. The raids are almost impossible alone. I almost cried. Not like it was upsetting me, just like it was not something really with the game. And it was the game's fault, but it was more so me because I didn't know. I was trying to get the Kostov exotic gun, and I couldn't. I was like, bro, how do I get from the Plaguelands back to the Cosmodrome? I wasn't like trying to hold back tears, but I had that feeling like in the pit of my stomach, you know? And like my neck was starting to hurt, like I was getting really upset. And I wasn't yelling or like, I was talking in a very calm voice, but I was just thinking aloud and I was swearing a lot. I was very upset because it's such bull crap. I just wanted the gun, and then that mission where you fight the guy, it's impossible alone. Or at least with the gear I have, which you see in this video. In the Destiny clips, you can see my gear. So maybe I'm just, I don't have the best stuff or whatever. Also, the thing that refills your ammo has a 4-minute cooldown, which I did not know because I never used it before. And I needed it to beat the guy. Because I was like, okay, the only way I'm going to be able to do any good damage is with a rocket launcher. No, I just need friends. And none of my friends play the game, only like 1 or 2. And then they are like adults, not like adults like I'm friends with adults, they're family members, and then like a friend of him or whatever. So they have other stuff going on in their lives that they have to do anyway. And I feel like Destiny just isn't the game where you can make friends by playing it. And so you have to have friends, and then y'all play it together. Like, oh, you should get Destiny. Okay. I feel like you can't make friends through Destiny because it's just a game where everyone kind of does their own thing and only plays with the friends that they already have. So I don't like games that are, online games, or like, they're like, oh, you gotta do multiplayer. Because, I don't really have anyone to, what if I want to play on my own, Because I like Destiny. Not so much Destiny 2, it's like the same game in the beginning. Like, the first mission is the same thing. It's like, am I the same guy? When does this take place from the first Destiny? Like, am I the same guy from Destiny 1? And I was just like, yo, peace out, guys. If you need me again, I'll find me back where you found me in the first game. I'm gonna go sleep in those cars. Like, what? I have to hang out with this stupid guy. And I'm at the mission where, like, I'm at the point where I just got my Sparrow. It's just like, bro. And as well as games without PvP, I've seen some things in like Borderlands 3 updates or patch notes or whatever. I was like, oh, nerfed this. Like, why nerf? I should not see a nerf. The only game that should I ever have nerf in updates is games with PvP. because you don't want someone to have this one item or this one move or play as this one character and then they just wipe everyone out, Yeah, but a game like Borderlands, the only PvP there is a duel, which you both agree to, and this is your friend or whatever. You know what you're getting into. You know what they have. They know what you have. You should know what they're capable of, and what they can do, what kind of build they might have. You know. You know everything that might go down. So, I feel like, bro, there should never be in update notes, patch notes, whatever, and any kind of update in a game that has no PvP ever. There should never be a nerf. If I ever see the word nerf, stupid. I do understand that maybe it's like, oh, you need to add extra challenge to the game, but like I said earlier, I no likey challenge. And like I've already said, like this games I'm really good at, and like there's footage of me being a godly gamer, but I just don't like challenge. It's boring. There'll be a lot of videos where I'm quiet or just being like, I don't have anything. I don't have any good commentary or jokes to say or whatever. Either because I'm in like focused mode, or there's just nothing really happening yet to say anything, or it's boring. Obviously, I gave 3 possibilities, so you can't really go looking at them, and you should probably be able to figure out. But there are not a lot, but there are like at least 5 or 10 videos, so you could easily find where I'm just bored out of my mind playing. There's no good games anymore on Roblox. Sometimes I struggle to make a video because all the good games are just too much. Like if they're PC, I can't handle it on my laptop. I don't have a gaming PC. It's just, as a minor trying to do the YouTube, you can't really be super successful, like alone, I'm one person doing this. One or two, sometimes, if he'll eventually come back. But it's always one person doing this stuff. Like sometimes there'll be but each video only has one person doing it. It's not like, I make video, you edit it. No, it's always one person doing the video. And it's hard. It's really hard. I'm not trying to belittle other jobs like architecture, engineering, but mentally, and it's just hard to find any good games that can run well so I can give you guys good quality content. Because not only does it have to be enjoyable for me, I have to think about you guys. It's like, do I export this video at 480p so I still have space so it exports faster, but the video won't look as good for the people? I always export my videos at 480p, 30 frames per second, I think. So they're never as epic as they could be, and you definitely know this, and maybe that's why I don't get as much views. But there are views that are in 120p or whatever that have millions of views. So I feel like that's not really some hindrance on me. I think it just lowers the viewing quality of the experience. I think I said that right. Lowers the quality of the viewing experience. I don't know. For you. I don't want you to be like, oh, this video looks whack, bro. I don't know what I'm looking at, bro. It looks like 2 pixels on my screen. I just don't have the proper tech. I'm on a 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 2-year-old, 3 or 4-year-old device, a phone, doing all this. I use a laptop for some videos, but all the editing is done on the phone. Because editing on the laptop, it just seems like I don't know any PC programs for editing, like OBS. I don't know, like Filmora. But all that stuff is like I had to pay for it. Like Photos, I don't have the money to like pay for that. I can't do it. It's like, it's just, I'm not really talking about games anymore. I'm not talking about YouTube. But it's just like, how do I make better videos? If it's just like, this is kind of on you guys now too. You guys aren't watching my videos, subscribing, so I can get to a point where I can get ads and then get AdSense. And I can accumulate enough money to get better gear, make better videos, and get more people to make better videos, like even better videos, have like my own office soundproofing this so it can sound really good, look really good. The audio of the game sound really good. How do I do that? You guys aren't pitching in. You guys, this is a team effort. It's not all me. You guys have to help too, right? I'm not trying to bash on y'all like that one girl or a few girls on the Twitch was like, oh my god, why are they donating me $5? But this is a team effort, right? I give you good content, you watch and subscribe so I get money from YouTube, and then I can make better and more content for you. Alright. That's how this works. But hey. I don't know. But I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.